Jordan, you must watch and explain all of the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, or I will fatality your butt.
I'd much prefer to watch Dungeons and Randomness, the massive D&D podcast that features multiple groups exploring the same world. Every new season features new characters and adventures. I can jump right in with Arc 5, and that if I need something to listen to during my commute, there are already literally hundreds of hours of storytelling just waiting for me. Also, I can find them wherever I normally get my podcast.
What the are you talking about? Just explain the Mortal Kombat movie, or I'll punch your head down and out your butt?
Okay, sorry.
Right out the gate, we've got insane theme music and fire and a branded logo. Two dudes fighting with high grunts, low grunts, and bitch slaps. So we're just going for it. Pretty immediately, the older dude destroys the younger dude's ass. Not tore his ass apart!
Oh my god.
Then he looks right at the camera and threatens me? I think. I am a created character in the game.
Increase the chest a little bit.
It turns out this was at least partially a dream had by a hot boy named Liu Kang.
Give me 30 sit-ups.
Who then receives a telegram from his grandfather that's like, hey Liu Kang, don't panic. I know you probably have never seen a telegram in your life because this movie isn't set in the 1800s. They're sort of like printed out tweets. And I know you won't understand that either because it's 1995 and Twitter doesn't exist. And also, side note, like it becomes X at some point. It's gonna be a weird few years coming up. But anyway, you remember your brother, right? Who I guess was the younger boy in the dream?
Your brother sucks.
Well, he's dead. Stop. That was the telegram.
What telegram?
And Kang is sad about this, and hot about this, and wet about this. Oh yeah! And now we're at a rockin' concert that's only made more awesome by dudes with shotguns just smacking random audience members. There really should be more shotgun-wielding commandos in mosh pits. What's up? What the f***'s up, titties? They're led by Sonya Blade, who is searching for a one-eyed dude named Kano because he killed her partner. However, Kano was told by Mr. Shang-Tsung, the guy who tore apart Kang's brother's ass, to get Sonya to follow him to a fun tournament that he's putting on.
Let's make sure she's on that boot.
Oh, and now we watch a guy not hit a bunch of other guys until it's revealed that he's on a movie set and his name is Johnny Cage.
Here's Johnny.
The world at large doubts that he's even really good at fighting because movie magic, but fortunately a bro named
Master Boyd
walks up and is like, my guy, there's a boat leaving tomorrow taking fighters to a once-in-a-generation tournament where you can prove that you're super actually good at super actual fighting.
Prove it. How?
Tournament? Yeah, church tournament, huh?
And Johnny Cage is like, well, I guess I'm getting on that boat because I can't think of literally any other way to prove that I'm good at fighting except at a generational non-specific tournament that I've never heard of that can only be reached by boat.
How do I, There's a boat.
Although additional thought, will there be any cameras there or any kind of tangible proof that I've participated in this tournament? Or will people just have to take my word for it? Because if it's the latter, I propose I go to hang out on Hawaii for a few weeks and then tell people I kicked a volcano to death and maybe I also fought Ezra Miller?
They'll tell the entire world that you're the real goods.
Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro.
Master Boyd does not answer this question because in actuality, it was never asked. I made that part up. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. Some things are jokes, some things are not jokes, some things are in the movie, some things are not. What a twisted web we weave.
And I can help you prove it.
Side note, forget fighting. I only work with people who've proved that they're the best in their field by winning generational boat tournaments. You think Dave is just a childhood friend who happens to still be good with the camera? No. Dave won his generation's Mortal Cinematography, sponsored by LinkedIn tournament, against a dude with forearms and several sexy women. I only hire the best. Join my Patreon so I can hire even more generational boat vests.
Get your towels ready.
Maybe we can afford a sound guy. Shut up, these things are super hard to mix. There's so many clips.
Bite me, okay? I'm trying to make it sound good, but how do you make this sound good?
That's also the tournament I was killed in the first round, was the Mortal audio mixing.
Yeah. Right. Dave got all of his ass cheeks ripped off in that tournament.
Took him to the back alley.
Not tore his ass apart.
It's not tournament.
Oh no! Master Boyd was Shang Tsung in disguise! Is there something sinister about this tournament? Dave, what happens at these mortal tournaments? But before that, we travel to a temple in China housing a bunch of monks and Liu Kang, and they're like, my guy, you're the chosen one. And he's like, only one problem. I don't even care about tournaments. And everybody's like, Gasp!
To save the world is not nonsense.
But then he's like, actually, I guess I do care about this tournament, and I want to go so that I can kill the guy who killed my brother. And then a Gandalf the White-looking dude named Raiden shows up.
I know.
And flips Kang and says sensei things, and there's probably a takeaway here, but I'm not sure what it could possibly be.
That's so much simpler.
Anyway, now we're at the tournament boat, which, let me tell you, is a fancy-ass boat.
This boat is
A dragon. No, it's not a dragon. It's
boat, motherfucker!
Kang and Cage meet, and Kang throws all of Cage's shit in the water,
When the ship comes in, could you put these on board?
I threw it on the ground.
and Cage is like, dang, I hate when that happens.
Thank God I didn't ask him to park the car.
great.
Great, yeah. You'd think they'd fight since they're fighters, but they don't, which I guess means they're lovers?
Yeah, I pay money.
And then we our brains out.
Sonya sees Kano board the boat, so she runs so fast.
Sonya, don't get on that thing.
On board the boat, she meets Shang Tsung and says that she's just doing her job.
She's just doing her job.
But what is her job?
I'm looking for a murderer.
You'll need someone who's a professional in that.
She seems like a special forces operative, but is it her job to avenge her dead partner while looking like a 90s wet dream come to life? Because if so, I want that job. Or I want to help people do that job.
When I want backup,
Down my ass apart, Holmes.
I don't know. But there's a couple of other, I assume, lovers named Scorpion and Sub-Zero who have weird powers. But before they can get too frisky with the new boat recruits, Raiden blasts a bunch of lightning and is like, just so you know, I'm the protector of Earthrealm.
My dominions are well known to me.
John C.
And also, yeah, so we're about to do a Mortal Kombat tournament, and what's special about this year, or generation, I suppose, is we're getting delicious catered barbecue.
When the did we get barbecue?
But also, there's a bunch of mean people from another realm called Outworld, and if they win 10 straight Mortal Kombat tournaments, they're allowed to conquer Earth, because fair is fair. And wouldn't you know it,
They have 1-9.
Dang it.
and if my math is correct, they only need to win one more to earn a free sandwich at Earth Arby's. But they probably won't win, because Kang, Sonya, and Cage are like super good at combating with a K. They're the cool combat commandos, or the KK. Toasty! And, I guess this floating skull is saying that it has begun. Okay, well, nice.
It has begun. Thank you.
But no, it hasn't begun, because they're now riding smaller dragon-headed canoes to a magic island where compasses don't work.
your watch is broken.
I threw it on the ground.
And I assume where ABC filmed one of their biggest hit shows to date.
Lost?
Yes, lost.
It's good.
And I guess Cage has retrieved all of his dumped luggage, but it's still pretty slippery. Continuity. Nice! When asked, Liu Kang says he doesn't know what's going on, but he definitely does know what's going on, right? He knows about Mortal Kombat, Shang Tsung, Raiden, all of it. He's being Johnny Cagey for no reason.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, yes. I forgot. We're fighting for the fate of the world.
One thing he'd love to know more about, though, is this sexy cave woman. And seconded, but unfortunately Shang Tsung commands an invisible gecko to not let the sexy cave woman fraternize with the humans.
Keep her away from these humans.
Why not? Zip.
Ah, dang. Later, at dinner, their meal is interrupted by a bunch of sweaty beefcakes.
Max, what do you want for dinner?
Which usually would be a great thing. But in this instance, they just want to show off how Sub-Zero can totally kill people by throwing snowballs that turn people into shatterable popsicles. I honestly hate when sweaty beefcakes interrupt my dinner just to kill each other with snowballs.
We can't help it. It's a guy thing.
Elsewhere in the temple, Kano eats in like a sloppy, villainous Steward of Gondor way. And talks to the reigning Mortal Kombat champion, Prince Goro, who is notable for his extra arms and extra long stomach region.
Disgusting.
Hey, does that mean longer bowels and therefore longer poopies? Dave wanted to know.
That was his intention.
Shang Tsung is also there, and we learn that he enslaved souls and learned the dark arts
From the Emperor himself.
Emperor Palpatine's hyperspace hoopla!
Tsung wants Kano to fight Sonya, but
She's not to be harmed, only humiliated.
it's all part of his master plan. Do you know? You've seen the movie. Why just humiliate her? What difference does that make?
I can't remember.
I do not
Really know the answer.
Oh, and the sexy cave woman is an adopted princess to the Outworld Emperor. I know that dramatically changes everything you thought you knew, but I don't know what to tell you. This movie constantly surprises with its twisty narrative and well-defined characters and fully fleshed out sexy cave adopted princess women.
Princess Kitana is 10,000 years old.
High five!
The three amigos wander the caves for a bit, trying to get at that princess, but Kang is sprayed by the gecko.
That's cum, innit?
I don't know. And then they're attacked by more sweaty beefcakes. And Raiden seems to really like this.
Oh, that's good.
Also, the actor playing him is 38? Mortal Kombat takes a toll. That guy's looking rough.
I don't think so.
Side note, what are the rules of this tournament? Are you allowed to attack each other with beefcakes and snowballs before the official battles? Or are these the official battles? Are they grappling with beefcakes for no reason? Trick question. Grappling with beefcakes is a reason in and of itself. The reboot makes a big deal about the illegality of pre-fight fights, but this one does not.
Your sideshow freaks attack my fighters. That is expressly forbidden before the tournament.
But there's nothing I personally can do about it.
The next day, I think we get the first official fight between Kang and some dude that occasionally scares Kang with, like, growls. I really wish they tried to find some sort of way to give the characters health meters. That would have been very funny and stupid. This is just stupid. Kang wins, but Sung is the one who eats the defeated guy's soul, which seems unfair.
Your soul is mine.
Shouldn't Kang get to eat him? What are the rules?
If I kill somebody, I want to eat that soul.
You know, not to like tip my hand too much, but I want to fight Sonya. And if I win, I'm gonna eat Sonya.
You can thank me later.
Don't squint. Speaking of, Sonya is next, and man, she does not look formidable. Bo. Anyway, she spars with Kano and kills him with a sexual awakening for many, many children of the 80s. I was not a child of the 80s, and this is the first time I'm seeing this movie, and yet I also feel awakened in some way.
That's cum, innit?
Dave, why don't you get over here and snap my neck real quick? I just want to see something.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
But also, have you noticed that 80s and 90s movies had a lot of scenes of female fighters and assassins killing people with their thighs? Blade Runner, GoldenEye, Tank Girl.
Oh, that's good.
Look, I'm not saying it was good or bad. I'm just saying I had a lot of fun in the 90s. Up next is Johnny. Attacked by Scorpion in the woods?
Get over here!
Again, is this an official fight? I keep asking because the fate of Earth hangs in the balance, contingent upon who wins this tournament, and yet the rules are unbelievably opaque. That's like if I told Dave that the only way I wasn't gonna burn his house down is if he pleased me, and yet I failed to mention that the only way to please me is by snapping my neck with his big, juicy thighs. That just doesn't feel fair. He keeps trying to give me wheels of cheese, but it's not that. I need thighs to choke the life out of me.
Okay.
Side note, this is how I will appear at any party from now on. Anyway, they fight, and at one point Cage is sucked into a bubble to fight in another scarier area with just the fattest damn riffs. There are a lot of disjointed fight moves that happen because I guess they didn't have fight choreographers in the 90s. But eventually Scorpion's head turns into a skull that shoots fire. But it's fine because Cage has picked up a shield and he Captain America's his ass by both blocking the fire and slicing Scorpion open.
I can do this all day. He didn't.
Fatality.
Until Scorpion explodes because I have heartburn. I don't know. This movie's weird. Shut up. It was the 90s. We didn't explain things. We showed hot women fighting, and everything else just sort of fell into place around that. Then Kang sort of fights the hot cave chick, but she mostly keeps giving him advice like, hey bro,
if you won't fight with all of your heart, there is no hope.
Hey, bro.
To win your next match, use the element which brings life.
Pay your taxes on time. If you're a sole proprietor, you gotta pay quarterly.
Remember my words.
And Sung is like, well, this fight was embarrassing for all of us.
You disappoint me.
Isn't it Mortal Kombat? How did they fight and neither of them die?
It's like they need, like an impartial body of referees to really keep this going.
Absolutely. Like, they don't explain how this tournament came to be, but you have to assume that, like, for everybody to agree that, okay, if you win a lot, you get to conquer an entire realm of existence. Yeah, like, you'd think you'd want, like, somebody just, like, really being a stickler about the rules.
Yeah. It's like if my servants fought your servants for control over your YouTube channel.
Yeah, right, which they do once a generation. But if my servants win 10 times, I get to eat you.
Okay.
So then, I guess, at some later point, Sub-Zero attacks Kang.
Toasty!
And then by frost charging his frozen ice crotch.
Oh, let's get ready to suck it!
But Kang notices a bucket of water. You know, a bucket of the element which brings life. Water. Why couldn't she just say water?
Yeah.
Why has it gotta be a fucking puzzle? Wait, what element brings life? Damn it!
Carbon?
Yeah. Carbon! Anyway, he throws the element which brings life at Sub-Zero, and the water turns into an ice spear thing that kills him. Caleb is dead. Sick. Let the bodies hit the floor, like so many bodies.
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't fucking do this. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this. This world's so fucked up.
It's fine to show this, though, because they don't have any souls.
Really?
Then briefly, Raiden attempts to groom Sonya.
If you are afraid to trust, you will lose.
Goro fights a dude and pulls literally the saddest, shittiest fatality of all time. They build it up like he's gonna rip him in half or impregnate his corpse or something, but no, he just like... Finish him! What is this? Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe? Fatality! Regardless, Sung sucks the dude's soul into his own eyeball, which is next level addiction. And Cage challenges Goro, and Sung is like, well, technically, you're not supposed to fight him next, but actually it's fine, because the rules are bullshit anyway.
Welcome to where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Yep, just like the police department in Colombia.
Winner has to fight me next, though.
You weren't supposed to fight him, no.
But man, Goro is scary. I mean, here he is crushing some sunglasses.
That's impossible! No!
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
No!
You have to be super strong to crush sunglasses. You probably need extra limbs. But Cage has a plan.
I got a plan.
That's what I just said. I said that.
Specifically, he punches Goro in the dick and runs away.
Steven Seagal is cock puncher.
Oh, shit! Get the fuck out of here!
Then he tricks Goro into getting kicked off a cliff. Sung gets mad and steals Sonya and takes her to Outworld, which feels like it would be against some kind of rules, but evidently it's not. And Kang and Cage follow, and Kang is attacked by the gecko.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is...
who crawls into the body of a weird statue and animates it.
It's just easy.
And they, punch and kick and shit. Until eventually Kang does all the kicks. Which kills the gecko forever and for real. Did you know that just 15 kicks can lower your life expectancy by 15% or more? Landed that gecko joke like a Kang kick.
Geico. Save even more when you...
The gecko is a reptile.
Shut the f*** up, Dave. You f***ing nerd. Also, Cage does literally nothing to assist in this fight for some reason. He's out back like smoking a cigarette like, whoa, shit. Are you done? Oh, hey, look, here's Cave Chick. And she's like, so Outworld used to not suck as much as it does right now. But anyway, they lost 10 Mortal Kombats in a row, and the now Emperor from some unnamed third realm came in and really just Joe Biden this place. Or he Donald Trump did. Or he Obama did. Maybe Bush did. Clinton did. Definitely.
You always want to be underestimated by your adversaries.
Then he adopted her for some reason. And also, because of her history, she would prefer that if Earth wasn't also Jimmy Cartered like her homeworld.
Your worst fear.
They find Sonya glowed up like Grease's Sandy.
Sandy? Tell me about it. Stud.
And she's tied up, and there are druids and shit. And Sonya's like, God, why won't you accept my challenge to fight, Sonya?
I will not fight you, Shang Tsung.
Dang it. That's important for some reason. Because, I mean, you can't break the rules.
There is one last rule.
She has to accept the challenge, or there can be no final combat.
Really? He neglected to mention it.
But oops, turns out some of the druids are Kang and Cage in disguise.
They're already here.
And Cave Girl is like, the Emperor is gonna be mad that you're being treacherous.
Would you dare interfere with the tournament? And betray our Emperor?
I mean, maybe.
But how? Is he breaking the rules? What are the rules?
What are the rules? What are the rules?
Kang takes off his clothes and is like, Sung, my body is available if you want to pal around. And Sung is like, tight. Let me remove my sleeves and reveal a vest that doesn't fully cover my midriff. Sung is further like, y'all better believe this is about to get crazy.
Leave us.
And they just start tearing each other's asses apart, primarily with back elbow blows. Ka-cha, ka-cha. Just lots of pressing butts, cheek against cheek, the warrior stance. After a while, Sung's special meter fills up, so he raises up a bunch of undead souls or whatever, and then Kang mostly just kills them with one hits. Then Sung turns into Kang's dead brother for a second to make Kang sad, but Kang is like, nah, bitch.
Forgive you for letting me die.
Actually, it's your fault that you died, not my fault. And I can't remember if that's true, but I'm sure it was exposition somewhere.
Chan chose his own path.
Great.
Yeah. So Sung transforms back into Belly Shirt Boy.
Oh my!
And they fight until Kang double punches him. Toasty! Onto some spikes, releasing all those dead souls, including Kang's brother, who is like, hey, my guy, good job. Just remember, my soul is always with you. And our heroes return to Earth, where the children are just so happy that they won the tournament, fair and squarely within the rules. But then, oh, shit, the Emperor shows up to sequel hook their asses. The end!
I've come for you.
Go listen to Dungeons and Randomness. That's a better use of your time.
I don't think so.
I have done what you asked. Now I will fatality your butt.
Did you ever? You did play DC Universe because I played that here at your house.
Yeah, we had that on Xbox.
And you're like, so they can't. They're like not allowed to like make
like,
Superman's dick go through his skull or whatever.
Mutilate Superman.
Yeah, it's like, why do you think I bought this game if not to impregnate Superman and then rip him in half?